My name is Becky Allen. I've been a member of Smooth since 2011. This is Coco, been a member of my family for about 4 years. And I'm here to talk about some of the concerns and thoughts that I have about the First Principle Project. We first started talking about it in 2013. One of the concerns was, well, what about the word being? What does that mean? And to me, it meant animals, but to other people, it meant rocks and trees and leaves. And over time, I have come to accept and grow to understand that definition. But whatever your definition of being is, it's fine. I did listen to the program called On Being with Krista Tippett, and a Native American helped me understand a little bit more about that, and I'm sure some Buddhist writings would also. So whatever the line is that you draw about respecting, changing the first principle, I think, would only enhance our understanding of each other. And so the first principle is now to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person. And the First Principle Project wants to change that to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every being. Okay, so one of the concerns that came up when we met a couple of Sundays ago was, well, how am I going to show respect to a mosquito, or to any insect really? And I think members in our congregation would have answers to that if somebody wanted to follow along that line of thinking. For instance, I thought, well, I don't know how to show dignity and respect, but I do know that pulling the wings off of a mosquito would not show respect. One of the other members in the group said that what he did is open the window and let the flying mosquito out. So there are many ways that we can do this, and we can apply it to our own lives, but we don't have to. I mean, it's like the first principle is now. The first principle is showing respect and dignity to every person. And when that first came about, people didn't want to have to show respect to someone like Hitler, or and nowadays, I have to ask myself, well, did what I write really show respect and dignity when I wrote about the president? And am I showing respect and dignity in my everyday conversations to people? So these are good visions to have, and we may want to try, and some people may not want to try to work on that particular aspect. But in general, broadening it, I think, can only help us. Another concern that was brought up, but not really specifically, but it had to do with eating. And one person said, well, I already eat most of my food is fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, so only a little bit of meat. And I think that the first principle is not about one particular behavior change. It's about conversation and deepening our understanding. And just as that person didn't always eat that way, she came to believe that that was the best way to eat. And so she's happy with it. And we make changes when we have a calling to change and when we have a desire to change, so that our ethics match with what we believe in. And so I didn't always eat the way I ate. It changed, and it may change again. And each of us are at different places in how we treat others and how we treat other beings. I have some wasp nests right up there, and sometimes I have removed wasps, and sometimes I have sprayed them, and sometimes I've just let them live out the season. I had an incident this morning where this little dog killed a possum. And it's very, I have a lot of feelings about that, because they are other beings, and I'm sure it suffered fear. And I want you to know that you could come and talk to me if you lost a dog or a frog, because I do believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every being. So those are just a few of the thoughts, and there are many, many others. Beings are around us all over, and so, how do we reconcile taking care of pests? How do we reconcile taking care of the hog problem? And what is a respectful, dignified way of taking care of ourselves in a dangerous society? Well, I just think that this principle will broaden and deepen our understanding and be helpful for us to communicate with each other about the many issues in our lives. Okay, thank you.